Okay, so hello, good day everyone, good day students. So today, this is a video lesson about the module number 5. So we are done with the module number 4, the first module for this quarter. And now we will proceed to the second module, which is the module number 5. And it is entitled as Critical Reading as a Form of Reasoning. So I am expecting everybody to listen carefully and take down important notes for you to be able to have your notes and have your copy when we have our assessment. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so before we jump in with our today's discussion, which is the module number 5, let us let us just have a recap on what we have discussed before this module, which is the module number 4. Okay po, so let's start with this one. Module number 4, we discuss about context. Again, when we say context, it is the social, political, cultural, historical, and other circumstances that surrounds the text. So again, when we say context, it is the background information of a certain text or a certain topic or idea. Okay po? So we have two techniques. Okay? When we are looking for a context of a certain text. First is the intertext, and then the second one is the hypertext. Okay, so intertext mean inter from the prefix inter, meaning between. Intertext is all about between the text. Okay, when we say intertext, always remember that it is suggesting that a certain text or our current text is being influenced by the previous text. Okay po? So we have this influence, or we are borrowing the ideas of the previous author in order for us to create another text in which we are looking for in our context. Okay? Next, after intertext, we also discussed about hypertext. And when we say hypertext from the prefix hyper, meaning beyond or above, hypertext means beyond or above the text. Meaning you are finding, or you are looking into an information in which it is a non-linear, meaning there's no progression. Hypertext also use hyperlinks, which are the clickable links that we may see on the internet when we search on Google, like that. So we are using these hyperlinks in order for us to get or to grasp information. Okay po, so it is clear what are the context, the intertext, and the hypertext. So it is important for us to know or to identify the context of a certain text, because of course, in order for us to understand it better, we need to know the background of that certain text. Okay, so let us start with our module number 5, or our main discussion for today. Okay. Okay, so before that, I have here 5 brain teasers. Okay po, so all you have to do is to read and analyze the statements and answer the question that follows. Okay po, so since there are just limited time here in our video lesson, if you need more time, you may pause this video for you to be able to think. Okay, what is the question? What is the answer for the question that will be presented to the next slides? Okay, pause. Are you ready? Let us have the first brain teaser. Okay, so let us have this first one. First one. What five-letter word becomes shorter when you add two letters to it? Okay po. Again, what is the five-letter word that becomes shorter when you add two letters to it? Okay, you only have 5 seconds to answer. Okay, so the answer is the word short. Okay po, so that is the five-letter that becomes shorter when you add two letters, which is the two letters is the letter E and letter R. Next. Okay, so let us have the second one. Okay. A man is looking at a photograph of someone. His friend asks who it is. The man replies, brothers and sisters, I have none, but that man's father is my father's son. The question is, who is in the photograph? Again, a man is looking at a photograph of someone. His friend asks who it is. The man replies, brothers and sisters, I have none, but that man's father is my father's son. The question is, who is in the photograph? Okay, the correct answer is his son. Okay, did you answer it correctly? Okay, let's proceed to the next one. Next, your parents have 6 sons, including you, and each son has one sister. The question is, how many people are in the family? Again, your parents have 6 sons, including you, and each son has one sister. How many people are in the family? Okay, the answer is there are 9 people in the family. Okay po, next. Okay, next. A man was walking in the rain. He was in the middle of nowhere. He had nothing and nowhere to hide. He came home all wet, but not a single hair on his head was wet. Why is that? Again, the statement is, a man was walking in the rain. He was in the middle of nowhere. He had nothing and nowhere to hide. He came home all wet, but not a single hair on his head was wet. Why is that? Okay, the answer is because that man is bald. Okay po, so bakit nga kaya mababasa? Wala naman siyang buhok. Okay po, next. Okay, so let's have this last one. Okay, 14 of the kids in the class are girls. 8 of the kids wear blue shirts. 2 of the kids are neither girls nor wear a blue shirt. If 5 of the kids are girls who wear blue shirts, how many kids are in the class? Again, 14 of the kids in the class are girls. 8 of the kids wear blue shirts. Okay, 2 of the kids are neither girls nor wear a blue shirt. And if 5 of the kids are girls who wear blue shirts, how many kids are in the class? The answer is there are 19 kids in the class. Okay po, so we are done with the brain teasers. Okay po. Okay, so we are done with those 5 brain teasers, and I hope there is something in your mind about those statements. So did you have difficulty in answering each statement? So that activity is of course related to what we are talking about or what we will be talking about today. Okay po, so what have you done in the previous activity? Of course, you read the statement, am I right? And after you read, you analyze the statement for you to be able to come up with a with an answer, right? So that is what we are talking about today. Okay po. So it is all about reading. So and also the things that you've done a while ago, in which you read and you deeply analyze each statement to have an answer, that is what you call critical reading. Okay po? So we will dig deep on what is a critical reading. Okay po? So but before that, let us have the definition for reading. Okay? Okay, so here it is being said that reading is the process in which the information from the text and the knowledge possessed by the reader get together to produce the meaning. So meaning, reading, when we are doing reading or when we are reading, we are having the meaning making. We are making meaning out of the text that we are reading. So we have information from the text, okay, the one that we are reading, plus what you know or what is your prior knowledge, which is equal to or which results to creation of your own meaning or creation of your own understanding from the text that you have read, plus the prior knowledge that you have. Okay po? So reading results from a negotiation of meaning between the text and the reader. Okay? So we are clear on what is a reading. Let us proceed with the critical reading. Okay, so after knowing the reading, okay, let us proceed with the critical reading, because reading and critical reading is different from each other. So when we say critical reading, okay, it is an academic skill. It is a careful, thorough, thoughtful, and active reading strategy. And class, remember, critical reading is not just a plain reading, because critical reading, it is one type of reading, and it goes deeper and evaluates what you read. It goes beyond passively understanding a text, because you process the author's word and make judgments after carefully considering the reading's message. Okay po? So um when you are critically reading, you are evaluating claims, seek definitions, judge information, demand proof, and question assumptions. And class, remember, when you are reading critically, you are also thinking critically. Again, when you are reading critically, you are thinking critically. Okay po? So, in critical reading, you do not simply accept rather the message on the page or on the of the text. You are bringing your own perspective and experience, and use this to separate yourself from the text. And also, in by critically reading or reading critically, you find out the author's argument and decide to agree or disagree with it. Because again, critical reading, it is not just, sorry for the noise, it is not just a plain reading. Okay, so we are clear with the reading and the critical reading. Okay, so let us move on with this one. Okay, so let us have the main difference between reading and critical reading. So in terms of purpose, reading is just getting a basic grasp of the text. Again, you are just getting the basic, okay, basic information of the text. While in critical reading, you are forming judgments about how a text works. Okay po? Also, in terms of focus, or what is the focus when you are reading, and when you are basically reading, just reading, and when you are critically reading, in reading, you are just focusing on what a text is saying, while in critical reading, you are focusing on what a text does and means. Again, when you are reading, you are just looking, or you are just um, seeing on the basic, okay, okay, so basic information and what is the text are saying. But in critical reading, you are looking for the things that the text is doing and the or the meaning of that text. And lastly, in terms of direction, in reading, you are with the text because you are just knowing the basic information of the text, while in critical reading, you are against the text because, again, just like what I've said a while ago, you are evaluating the author's claim in order for you to decide if you are agreeing or disagreeing with that claim. Okay po, so that is clear ha. Again, there are clear difference of reading versus critical reading because in reading, we are just plain reading. We are just looking for the basic information of that certain text. While in critical reading, you are reading deeply and analyzing the text, just like what you've done in our previous activity in which reading each statement and you are analyzing each statement for you to be able to answer that statement. Okay, so next, so in critical reading as a form of reasoning, we can have six strategies. Okay, first is the previewing, next annotating, third summarizing, fourth analyzing, fifth rereading, and lastly responding. Okay po, so each strategies are, I believe, okay, you are familiar with the six strategies, or most of you are familiar with the six strategies because some of it are already been discussed by previous topics. Okay po, so we will just have a recap of the six strategies. Okay, let's move on with the first one, which is the previewing. Okay po, when we are previewing, we are gathering as much information about the text as you can before you read it. Again, when you are previewing, you are just giving yourself a preview or a trailer, okay? A trailer of what you will reading or what will you watching. Okay po, again, previewing, gathering as much information about the text as you can before you read it. For example, you are watching the film. In previewing, you are just watching the trailer first before you are watching the main film, right? And just like in reading text, we are also using previewing as our strategy in order for us to know what could be the idea of the text. But again, you are not reading the entire text. Okay? Again, previewing, you are already or you are just looking at the readily visible parts of the text. Okay, again, you are looking at the readily visible parts of the text. Okay, next strategy would be annotating. So annotating is basically jotting down notes in the text as you read it. So it is the act of making notes on your copy of the reading. Okay po. So a while ago, I told you rather, I told you to listen carefully, to jot down notes or jot down important details about our topic, and that is one form or one example of annotating. Okay, you are just writing something you are learning in that specific situation. Again, it can be done along the margin of the text or even within the text itself. So another example of annotating when you are reviewing, okay, there are what do you call this? There are pieces of information. So um your teacher have a PowerPoint presentation and you are writing it on your notebook. So while discussing, you are listing information that your teacher is telling, and those information will help you when you are having your assessment or anything when you are reviewing. Again, annotating is basically jotting down notes. Again, first previewing, you are just looking for the readily visible parts of the text. Annotating, you are jotting down the text, okay, or jotting down notes about that text. Next, third. Okay, so the third one is the summarizing. So when we are summarizing, we are shortening the text that we read to test our comprehension. So in summarizing, we are just writing the gist of the materials that we are reading, and it should be shorter than the original body of the text you are trying to cite, because if that is longer to the original text, then it is not summarizing. Again, when we say summarizing, we are just shortening or pinapaikli the text that we are reading. Okay, again, previewing, we are looking on the readily visible parts of the text, annotating, jotting down important notes of the text, and the third one is the summarizing, which is you are just shortening the text for your to test, okay, to test your comprehension. Okay, next is the analyzing. So when we are analyzing, we are breaking the text down into its parts to find out how they relate to one another. So just like for example, what you've done in our brain teaser, you are reading the text or you are reading the statement, but also you are analyzing every statement for you to be able to have the answer. So in analyzing, it is how we carefully study the parts of the text to understand the whole text. So we are dividing each part of that specific statement for us to come up with the conclusion or answer that we have. Just like, for example, one statement that we have a while ago, we are analyzing or we are looking to each part in order for us to understand the whole statement and for us to have answer. Okay, next we have rereading. So rereading is basically reading the text several times to make as much meaning as possible. So you are reading a text more than once. Okay, you are reading the text twice, thrice, and several times for you to be able to understand it. So rereading from the prefix or from the prefix re, meaning repeat. Okay po, you are repeating reading, or you repeat reading to have to make meaning out of the text. Again, first we have previewing, okay? Next, annotating. Next, summarizing. Next, analyzing, and then the rereading. Let's proceed to Okay, sorry. So let's proceed to the responding or the last part, which is it is how you react to what have you read. Okay po. So after you have evaluated the meanings and arguments of the author, what can you say? Okay, so responding is all about how you respond on that certain text. For example, just like our activity number 1, in which I told you to read the article entitled Where is the Patis? And you respond, or you are giving me your reaction or your understanding of the text by doing a poem. Okay po? So that is an example of responding. Again, it is how you react to what have you or to what you have read. Okay po. So we are done with the 6 strategies. Again, we have first previewing. It is all about how you look to the readily visible parts of the text. Annotating, you are jotting down important details out of the text. Third, summarizing, you are shortening, okay? The uh, um, shortening your understanding out of the text. Fourth, analyzing, you are breaking down the parts in order for you to understand the whole. Second to the last one, rereading, you are basically reading the text several times, and lastly responding. It is all about how you react on that certain text. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it is being said here that critical reading can be used to reason, because as I've said a while ago, we are critically reading something for us to understand it, and also for us to make conclusion out of it. And it is also our way in order for us to know if we will agree or disagree to the author's claim. And another way or another thing that we can use out of critically reading is for us to have reason or for us to have conclusion. So one major use of critical reading is for reasoning, in which we are thinking that all has reason, just like the cause and effect. Okay po, again, we can use critical reading for us to have reason out of something. Because again, we are critically reading, we are deep digging into the information or into the text for us to be able to know the entire information, not just the basic information of the text, but the entire or the deeper information of the text. Okay? Next. Okay, so next, critical reading for reasoning. Again, when we are critically reading something and we are using it for reasoning, we are carefully understanding details to make conclusion. Because again, class, critical reading is not just a plain reading. We are not just getting only the basic information, but we are looking to every details as much as possible in order for us to make conclusion, and in order for us to be clear if we are agreeing or disagreeing on the author's claim or intention uh, um, of the text. Okay po. Again, we can use critical reading for reasoning for us to be able to have conclusion. Okay po. So just like what you did at brain teasers or in our previous activity, um to make conclusions, or it is we are using critical reading to make conclusion or to formulate judgments. So by understanding the context, the meaning, the message, and other details of that certain text, you can make good arguments, and that arguments could be an agreement or disagreement to that certain text. Okay, so is it clear? Okay, next. Okay, okay, so I have here another brain teaser or another logic statement. So all you have to do, or all I want you to do, is to read and analyze this part. So if you need more time to read and analyze this part, you may pause this video. So the statement is, if there are no dancers that aren't slim and no singers that aren't dancers, then which statements are always true? Again, if there are no dancers that aren't slim, and no singers that aren't dancers, then which statements are always true? Letter A, there is not one slim person that isn't a dancer. Letter B, all singers are slim. Letter C, anybody slim is also a singer. Or letter D, none of the above. Okay, so read and analyze the text. Okay, so let's have the answer. Okay, so the answer is letter B. All singers are slim. So, ma'am, why? So, if there are no dancers that aren't slim and no singers that aren't dancers, then which statements are always true? So, why all singers are slim? Okay, so look to the underlined statement, which is no dancers that aren't slim and no singers that aren't dancers. Because class, when we are looking to a logic statement, always look for the clue. And this time, the clue is those underlined statements. So first, no dancers that aren't slim. Meaning, all dancers are slim. Okay po? Sabi po dyan, no dancers that aren't slim. Ibig sabihin, walang dancer na hindi slim or hindi payat. Meaning, all dancers are slim. Second statement or second clue, no singers that aren't dancers. Meaning, all singers are all dancers. And if we combine these two clues, we will come up to the statement that singers are dancers and those dancers are slim. Therefore, the answer is this all singers are slim. Okay po, again, lahat daw po ng singer ay dancer and lahat ng dancer ay slim. So, kaya po nagkaroon tayo ng answer na all singers are slim. Okay po? Did you have difficulty in answering that? Let's have this easier logic statement. Okay, the statement, Sam's mother has four children. The first one was May. The second and third ones were named June and July respectively. So the question is, what is the name of the fourth child? Again, Sam's mother has four children. The first one was May. The second and third ones were named June and July respectively. So the question is, what is the name of the fourth child? Again, if you need more time to think or to think critically about this statement, you may pause this video. Okay, let's have the answer. The answer is Sam. So the name of the fourth child is Sam. So Sam is automatically counted in because again we are looking to the clue on each statement. Okay? Sam is already counted in because in the first sentence it is being said that Sam's mother has four children, meaning he is a child of okay of that mother. So although her sisters are named after the calendar months, the very first statement automatically finishes the counting of the children because in our statement it is being said that the first one was May, the second is June, the third child is July. So what is the name of the four children? In the first statement, it is already mentioned that the mother has only four children. So three children were mentioned, or the names of the three children were mentioned. And again, the very first statement automatically finishes the counting of the children. Okay, so did you have difficulty in analyzing? And that is what you call critical reading. You are not just plain reading that certain statement, but you are analyzing and looking to every part of those statements. Okay po? Or all of the details of that statement. And again, that is critical reading. Um, Okay, so class again in critical reading. We are not just looking to the basic information of the text. Again, class, critical reading, you are looking to every part as much as possible because every part of it is important because it might tell us of what are the author's intentions of the text. Okay po. Again, critical reading, we can use it in a form of reasoning. Okay, so those six strategies that we've mentioned, you can use maybe all of it in order for you to analyze a certain statement or what, just one, the summarizing or just the annotating. It's up to you. But our goal is to make judgments or to make conclusion out of the thinking that we have on that certain statement. Okay, so is it clear? If you have question, you may comment down or you may reach us, your teachers, and we will try our best to, to understand it and to answer it. So if you reach this part, please comment your takeaways on this video lesson. Again, your takeaways on this video lesson. What have you learned? And I will personally check it if you have learnings or takeaways in this video lesson. Okay, those takeaways could be a positive or negative, a question, clarification, suggestion, or anything that you've that you that comes into your mind when you are watching this video lesson. Okay po. Okay. Okay, so for us to be able to assess what you have learned, we will have this second activity. It is entitled Watch Me. So you will watch a video that follows and summarize your understanding into 150 to 200 words. So this activity should be done in our time, or since you are in modular class, you have the time to watch the movie that follows and you will create a summarization out of it. So here are the details. Okay, so this is the video that I am telling you. So watch the video entitled Other Side of Storms in Life. While watching, you may use the different strategies that we discussed, in which the previewing, the annotating, summarizing, analyzing, what else? Rereading, and lastly, the responding that we discussed in Module 5. After you watch and jot down important notes, summarize the video by writing 150 to 200 words in which it will serve as your key takeaways. Again, this is the video that you will watch, the storms of your life. Okay po, so this video will be sent on your group chat together with this YouTube video link you, together with this video lesson. So, isa-send po namin or ni ma'am, and then yung video po na papanoorin nyo, and you will have summarization out of it. So, class, be mindful of these details. Okay, so your summarization should consist of 150 to 200 words. Again, 150 to 200 words. So you will write it on a whole yellow pad paper. Saan po ma'am isusulat? Sa yellow pad paper po. Ma'am, sa yellow pad paper po? Opo, sa yellow pad paper po. And also, in writing in a whole yellow pad paper, make sure to include important details such as your name, your grade, strand, and section. Because again, hindi ko po malalaman yan kung kanino ko po i-record if there are no names. Okay po? And also, be mindful on the criteria that I will be using in grading your summarization. First is content, in which it consists of 50%, technicality, so grammar and mechanics, 30%, and lastly, presentation or your creativity, in which it is corresponding to 20%. So you may put the sign in your yellow pad paper. So I will also be looking to the neatness and other things if your activity is presentable. Okay po. Again, those are the criteria. Okay. Sorry. That is the criteria that I will be using, and those are the things that I will be looking when I will grade your activity. Okay po. So class, if you have question, you may reach us, or you may reach me, and I will try to answer it. Okay po. Again, you will have your activity in our modular time class. Okay po. So again, this is the module number 5, in which it is entitled as critical reading as a form of reasoning. So I hope you learn a lot, and I hope you have learnings, okay, that will be used in our future discussion. Again, I am Ma'am Danica, and this will be the video lesson for module number 5. Have a good day, everyone.